I'm trying to get my Instagram live and I cannot figure this out. Oh, let me see. Search. Hey, Shanice. How are you tonight? I'm trying to figure out how to go live on Instagram on my laptop and it ain't looking so good. I might gotta get this girl phone. Tashay, do you know if you can go live on Instagram on your laptop? Because it's not letting me. I'll be getting started soon. Oh man, I can't. Hey, Reshonda. I'm trying to go live on Instagram too, and I'm having complications. Hey, Tamia. Good evening. I will be able to speak to y'all now, but once I get started, I won't be able to speak to everyone because it like messes with my flow, and only them 30 minutes go by super quick. So, yeah. But thank y'all for joining me tonight. We finna get started in 2 seconds. Hey, Tamia! Come here. I'm trying to figure out how to go live on Instagram on my laptop, and it's not working. I need to use your phone. Can you tell your friends please don't call you for like the next 30 minutes to an hour? Hey, Jen. Thanks for joining. Hey, Nikki. I hope everybody week is starting off good. I'm having technical difficulties on this Instagram. I do have people who join me on Instagram. I thought I can do it from my laptop, but I'm finding out that I cannot. So give me 2 seconds. Tamia! Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up and buy. I don't know, this week seemed like it took a long time. Usually the Tuesday come around kind of quick, but this time.
Ring, what they ringing?
Can you please tell them don't call you? Because they gon'. Okay, bring it the phone, please. I gotta get started.
No. Stop.
I'll tell them. Is they on the phone?
No.
Oh. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm finna. Did you deleted Instagram? How this is complicated. Hey, Yana. Thanks for joining. Y'all give me 1 more minute for real. I'm trying to get my live going on Instagram because I do got some people who want to watch me from Instagram. I thought I could do it from my laptop, and unfortunately I can not. So I hope everybody's been having a stress-free life. But if you can remember, I said there is no such thing as a stress-free life. It's how you deal with it. Hey, Portia. Thanks for joining me. Okay. I am... Tamia. Yeah. Can you please close your room door and be quiet? Oh, my bad. God. Preteen. She ain't even a teenager. Preteen. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Thank y'all very much for bearing with me. Okay. I'm on Instagram. I don't know how I'm finna do this. I usually have this phone propped up. I don't even have none. I probably gotta hold it in my hand. Okay, here we go, live. All right. Thank y'all. Wait, I gotta flip it. Okay, here we go. One second. Let me try to prop this up. All right. Wait a minute, tap. Oh. Okay. I'm on Instagram now. Hopefully, let me get through this. This phone don't ring and we get disconnected. Again, I got 2 cameras, so I'll try to look into both of them. But thank you all for joining me. I hope everyone is having a great start of February. We not halfway. We at the beginning of a new month already. All right, so we're about to get started. All right, thank you for joining, Joyal and Pimp Walk. Thank y'all for joining. I'm getting started. I am Precious Brooks, your certified life coach, and the reason I am doing this today is because I am being obedient to my God's given vision. By me being obedient, I am able to help you, and not only am I able to help you, but I'm able to help myself too. So let's get started. Tonight's topic is going to be about relationships. Oh. Okay, so relationships are is basically the way in which 2 or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. So a key word in relationships is I'm laughing at these comments. Yeah, wait, well, it's not funny. Okay, so the key words in the definition of relationship is connection. To have a relationship means that you have a connection. All right. Now, there are different types of relationships, okay? You got spiritual relationships. You have relationships with your family. You have friendships. You have work relationships. You have romantic relationships. You have situationships. I mean, the list can go on and on and on and on and on the different type of relationships that we have. Now, the most important and first relationship, and I don't want to get churchy, but I must bring this up. The most important relationship that we need to have is relationship with God. Your relationship with God is the most important relationship of your life, okay? Now, how might I say that, okay? Well, during the pandemic, okay? So have you ever had a time in your life where like things just don't seem to be going right? Maybe you like fall out with a couple friends and family members. Well, that happened to me like a year ago, right? I started falling out with a lot of friends and family members, and it was crazy. This was like unlike me. Like, I am not a confrontational person. I really don't like fall out with people like this. Like, it was crazy. It was like mad crazy. So what I had to do was I had to turn to God, and it had got so bad. I was like, okay, who next? It said, but I was like, okay, who's next? Who I'm falling out with next? Because it was just the next person and the next person. It was just weird, and it was just crazy. Like, I was just being attacked. So if you ever feel that you are being attacked in the area, maybe it's God trying to get your attention, okay? Maybe God is trying to get your attention. Hey, yes, Sashay said she remember that, like a domino effect. Yeah, it was just nuts, seriously. So what I had to do during that time, I had to go to God. And there are different ways that we connect with God. Yes, I do connect with God through prayer. So sometimes that prayer in the morning is just not enough. It's just not enough. You need a more deeper connection with God, okay? So what I had to do was literally lock myself in. I call it the dungeon. It's my little office in the basement, okay? I had to lock myself in my basement. And I had to literally, I cried for days. It probably was weeks. Yeah, it was weeks. I probably didn't cry every day, but I was in there. I cried to God. I prayed. I worshiped him. I had my spiritual music going. Like, there are so many different ways that you can connect with God. And prayer is a good way, but it's not the only way. Hold on one second. My dog is really... Tamia! I don't know why I'm not getting on my laugh. He buries his toy under the couch. Can you help your dog get his toy, please? Yes, my war room. So, like, I didn't even tell nobody what I was going through. The times that I cried, like, I mean, that ugly cry, like, Lord, I need you, okay? I connected with him. Sometimes God will remove things or people out of your life, okay? For a reason. And that reason was I was being too much led by people and not by God. People was leading me. I'm on the phone, hey, what you think about this? Talking to everybody, but was not going to God for direction. Have you ever, been in a situation where, everything just seemed like it's going wrong? You turn left, you getting attacked. You turn right, you're getting attacked. You don't even want to go. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do nothing. I'm scared because I'm getting attacked in every which way. That's the time when you have to let God lead you. Like, seriously, let him lead you. He's the one who needs your attention. That is where your first relationship needs to start, with him. Sometimes we say, I hear people, well, I said it. God, if you are in a relationship with a girl or a boyfriend or a spouse, or it could be a friendship, and we go to God and say, God, I know this is not what you have in store for me. I know this can't be it. But guess what? God ain't chose that person. You chose that person. You did. Without listening to, trust me, there are, those things they call red flags. My dog is really, really, really. Can y'all hear me over this? I feel like flipping the camera so y'all can see him. Adi, stop. Stop. Those things that they call red flags. If very own in relationships that we want to get into, there are red flags. But guess what? We ignore those red flags. God sent us those red flags for a reason. Pay attention. We ignore those because, why? Because we listen to man or woman, mankind. We listen to them because they say, they may love you, or you the one for them, or girl, you my best friend, or whatever. We not listening to God. So then we want to go to him like, God, why you put this person in my life? He gave you the red flags, you just ain't take them. So I'm not just talking to y'all. I'm talking to me too. I'm talking to me too, okay? Like I told y'all, this is not just for y'all. This is for me too. God gave me a vision and this assignment, and this is helping me. I'm learning a lot, okay? I've been doing things a certain way, and now I want to do them by following God's way. So I am confident, and I have faith that you all will see a change in me, and I will see the change in me as well. But I just want to let you know that God, your relationship with God is the most important, number one, first relationship that you need to have. before your friends, your parents, your spouse, whoever. Their relationship with God is very important. So again, yes, I prayed every day, but that, wasn't enough, okay? So there are different ways that you can connect with God. You need to get all the connection that you can with him, okay? All of it. You got prayer. You worship him. You praise him. You can go to church. Church is a form of consistency. Something on Sunday mornings you're going to church, or on Wednesdays you got Bible study, or however that goes. Now, do you need to go to church to have a connection with God? No, you do not. No, you do not have to. You know what your relationship is with God, and God knows. So that's what matters. But again, church can help because it's a community, okay? And that's the way you can help with your connection with God. Adi! This dog is going crazy. Oh, God. Okay. Another way you can connect with God is by reading your Bible. Yes, it is good to get an understanding of the Bible from your own mind, because there may be something that your pastor may tell you a scripture may mean to them according to their walk of life. We all come from different walks of life. So that same scripture, once you read it, may mean something different to you, something that you can relate to from your walk of life. And I'm speaking to me too, because I never even read like a fourth of the Bible before. So that is one of my goals, is to start reading the Bible more often. That is one of my goals, okay? And another thing you can do is spiritual fasting. Out of the 39 years on earth, I never did a spiritual fast until God put people in my life to help me. Okay? He removed some people and he put new people in my life to help me. Seriously. And we do, when I do the spiritual fast, a spiritual fast is just simply you are not paying attention to your body needs, but you're focusing more on God. That is what a spiritual fast is, pretty much. You focus on him. My spiritual fast, me and my daughter is doing it right now. We're in the middle of one. And we pretty much get up 5 o'clock in the morning, pray, worship, or, something to connect with God. You can read, whatever it is you want to do. And the way I do it, we don't eat anything for 12 hours of the day. So if I get up at 5, I can't eat till 5, which I just ate at 5 and I was starving. But you can't have liquids. There are different spiritual fasts that people do. Some people do, like, you only can have fruits and vegetables all day, or it's just different things. But it's to get you closer with God. And spiritual fasting has helped me a lot. It has opened my eyes up to some things. Sometimes before you go into a spiritual fast, you can let God know what it is that you need clarity on. And sometimes I've got clarity on the things that I needed, and sometimes I got clarity on things that I didn't even see. Like, once I get through with my spiritual fast, God will immediately have opened my eyes up to something that I wasn't even paying attention to. Like, hey, you need to, pay attention to this, because sometimes we go through stuff in our daily lives, and we do need God to help us, watch some things. So that's why a spiritual fast is pretty good. All right, so that is one relationship that you should have, and that's with God, and that is like the most important one, okay? So another relationship that we have is with your family. With your family. Now, you didn't choose, who was in your family. Your family is your family. And you got to have some type of relationship with them. Now, you have your immediate family, right? And a normal family dynamic is a group of one or more parents living with their children under one household. Now, the key word to that is household. In your household, the people who are in your household is your first family. The people you sleep with, eat with, use the same shower with, the same toilet, those people in your household is your family. If you live in your household alone, then you are your family alone in your household. You take care of you, okay? Now I'm gonna read this Bible verse. It is 1 Timothy 5:8. But if someone doesn't provide for their own family, and especially, hear that word, especially, for a member of their household, they have denied the faith. They are worse than those who have no faith. So it even says in the Bible that you need to pay special attention. Provide for your household first. Now, providing is not only monetary, but it can be, things as cooking dinner, just providing for your household. You gotta make sure your household is good. The people in your household. Now, when you think about the people in your household, if we're talking about a normal family dynamic, you have your children, and you think about the relationships that you have with your children. And when they're babies, your relationship is very much connected. It's very connected because that baby is connected to you. You have to feed that baby, bath the baby, burp the baby, rock the baby to sleep, teach the baby, sing to the baby. You are very much connected to your kids when they are babies, okay? So then when they become toddlers, that connection loosens up a little bit. It loosens up a little bit because then they start to learn how to go to the bathroom themselves. They may even start school, get friends, and they can eventually start making their own sandwiches and things of that nature. But it is still important that we still stay connected to them, especially preteens and teens. Y'all know when those attitudes change with them preteens and them teenagers, where it gets to the point where you feel like you in the house with them, y'all don't say not a word to each other. Not a word. When they come to that age, they don't want to, and it hurt a little bit because you're so used to this child, pulling on you, asking to go with you, and bothering you, and then the tables flip. You like pulling on them. Hey, you want to go to the store with me? They don't even look at you. They just say, yeah, no, I don't want to go to the store. Just bring me some chips back or whatever. And they start getting into different relationships with their friends. So it's important that we still try to keep a connection with them. Because if you let a teenager, they will pretty much, like my son, he gets up in the morning, run out the door for school. Sometimes I may see him run out that door real fast, or I may not see him run out the door. And in the morning, he ain't, for no conversation or whatever. He trying to get out the door, and I got stuff to do. So, and when he get out of school, he come home, change his clothes, and get ready for work. And when he leave out the door for work, he say, I'll see you. What do he say? I'll see you tomorrow. And when he first said that, I'm like, that sound kind of sad. Like, I'll see you tomorrow, But it's reality, because by the time you get home from work, I'm asleep. But I do still try to stay connected to him. In between that little time, I'll still say something like, hey, how was school today? Or, and I always say that to my kids. Just ask them simply, how was school today? And he'll say something, it was good. And what was good? What was good about it? I don't know, It's just to let him know that I see you, I acknowledge you in this house. Because if I don't say nothing to him, we probably won't even really say nothing to each other. Like, You know, these teenagers, they be in their room all day on the phone all day, ain't paying us no attention. Like, we just, you know, in the same house. So it's just good to keep some sort of connection with your kids, and to also acknowledge your kids individually. Because sometimes if you have multiple kids, you used to doing stuff with them, you know, all together. Sometimes it's good to, you know, if you see them watching a movie, flop on the couch or something and watch it, you know, with them, or just try to spend some one-on-one time, because they are individual and every child is different. I haven't heard nobody who say all their kids is just alike. Like, all kids are different, and they do need different attention and different things. So it's just good to stay connected. I remember, and another way to stay connected is through family traditions. Like, that's why my mother is not here, but I remember things that we did together as a family. It be the smallest things that makes me remember her, okay? It be the small things. What traditions are you setting up for your family? What's something when your kids get grown, they can say, oh, I remember my mother used to always do this. Like, I remember when my mother was on welfare. So before she get her check, before she get her check, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this comment. Same way growing up, my parents loved them death show it by playing and joking. Oh, okay, yep. Little dates with your kids. So my mother was on welfare. So the day before she get her welfare check, right, we would be like antsy, you know, because we knew the next day she was going to buy all us restaurant food, whatever we wanted. Like, that was D-Day right there. That was a tradition. Every time my mother got her check, that once a month check, she would get us whatever we wanted from the restaurant. So that was something that I would never forget. I mean, may seem small or something, but that's something that I will always remember. I always will remember. That was a treat for us. That was a little tradition that she did with her kids. And what I try to do, something for my kids, I try to take them on a trip once a year. I'm the type of person, I love like museums and stuff like that, get a museum visiting. It's just the little small things that you do to, you know, stay connected with your kids, because eventually they're going to get grown and get on their own and get their own life, and maybe they can pass those traditions down to their kids. And, you know, y'all have family night over, it be something, a way that y'all can connect. Hey, Mom, you remember this? Or I remember when Mama used to do this or do that. So just try to stay connected with your kids. Now, what about your extended family? What about the people who not living in your household? And also, as parents too, we have to not only look for respect from our kids, but we have to respect our kids. That's the relationship that we need to show in front of our kids. So the respect goes both ways. So extended family. Okay, so when you think about relationships, things that relationships should have, here are 3 P's, okay? One of them is a purpose. Whether you know it or not, each relationship in your life should have some sort of purpose. Even if it's a bad relationship or it's a good relationship, because not every relationship is meant to be forever. Some relationships are for a reason, for a season, okay? So if you can just think about some relationships you had that maybe ended on a bad note, but maybe you learned something from that you can take on to a new relationship. So think about maybe the things that you went through in different relationships that you got some out of it. Now, not all relationships have to end on a bad note. Sometimes people just go their separate ways. People got different lives. Somebody moved across the country and you're not that connected anymore. You still may have some positive things from that relationship that you can relate to today. Okay, so just know that your relationships should have purpose to them. You figure out what that purpose is in that relationship, okay? The next thing you should have, the next P, is positivity. Now, is every relationship going to be 100% positive all the time? No, it is not. Absolutely not. But the positive should always outweigh the negative. A relationship should not be negative and draining. And we'll get like more into that next week. But I'm just touching on that real quick. Another thing is persistence. Persistence is to continue firmly in spite of difficulty. So if you're having a hard time or whatever, you shouldn't. A good relationship is not to hurry up and run. Some people gonna have their days when they down and out, they not feeling good or something. You gotta be persistent. Stay there through the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to. A good relationship is showing persistent. I'm here for you. You're here for me. Okay, through whatever, our ups and our downs. So if you're in a relationship with a person just with you when you doing good, that's not good. And soon something go wrong, they like, gone, ghost. That's not good. So when you think about extended family members, if you have extended family members, like your siblings, your aunts, your cousins, that display those good P's, you should keep them. She said, I'm throwing a backyard boogie with Maz and all. Y'all invited. Okay. Invite us. Yes. So you should keep those people in your life, okay? If you got a good auntie that's down for you, that do stuff for you, a good uncle who's persistent, he's positive, and he's serving a purpose in your life, keep them people in your life. Try to be consistent with them. Call them, check up on them so very often. Check up, your grandma. She probably don't even know how to use the phone. Call her, check up on her if she's still alive, okay? Now, what about those family members, those extended, and we're talking about the people not in your house, those extended members of your family who don't display those things, who may have crossed you or did something bad to you. So you would say, okay, just stay away from them, right? Simple. No, it's not that simple, because there may be a time where you might have to interact with this person. It may be, you may go to your grandma's house and your cousin over there who stole your money. Or I'm just saying, stuff happens in families and, stuff happens. I'm being realistic here, okay? So your cousin may be over there who stole some money from you or something. Or you may go to, every time you get around your uncle or your auntie, they still treat you like you just the same little kid, not like the grown person who you are, and they talk down on you or whatever. So that's the point when you have to take control of the situation, and you have to figure out what relationship you want to establish with them. If it's not that bad where you can be in the same vicinity as them, I mean, it may sound a little crazy or over edge, but you're going to have to think it out. Okay, if this person is over there, if they speak to me, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to speak back, just being cordial. Okay, keep it moving. You might got a nosy auntie who just knows you, a nosy cousin in everybody's business. So how you and little so-and-so doing? You know what? I'm not talking about I ain't come here to talk about my personal business today. So sometimes you gotta like brace yourself and prepare yourself on what like you gonna really say if this person come to you the wrong way or whatever. Now, if you got somebody who really like hurt you and is recent, they did something bad, like you can feel you cannot be in the same vicinity as them as much as you can, try not to even go. I don't care if, you know, everybody say, girl, just come and no, if you do not feel comfortable, like you know something gonna pop off or your blood is boiling, you haven't gotten over, like this person done did something very bad to you, do not go. Give yourself time to heal. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so that's another good thing about extended family members, because you don't really have to deal with them like you have to do with your family members inside your household, because you can't stop talking to your child because he bad or he acting up in school, or you gotta deal with people in your household like you have to. Now, those extended family members, you figure out what relationship you want to have with them. Again, if they're good people, keep those relationships. Family is priceless. If they not your cup of tea, you just cannot deal with them, leave them alone as much as you can. Stay away from them. All right, so it's about that time. Them 30 minutes go by very, 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 very quick. Next week, we are going to be talking about friendships and romantic relationships. Now, those topics get a bit deep, okay? Friendships and romantic relationships. So I just want to leave you all again with the scripture that I gave so you all can remember. And it was 1 Timothy 5:8. But if someone doesn't provide for their own family, and especially for a member of their household, they have denied the faith. They are worse than those who have no faith. So always remember that. Thank you all so much for joining. I look forward to talking to y'all next week, and have a great and lovely evening.